This is Coogan Cassius for IFL TV. We're in Hammersmith here for the George Groves media workout. What is this gym called?
It's just called Don's.
Don's?
Yeah.
Is it new?
Yeah. I've been in here about 6 months.
Smell the paint. Have you painted it today?
My dad paints it like week in, week out because TFL built these arches, or whoever built these arches, and from time to time they leak a little bit. It looks a little bit damp in, and damp ain't good for the chest. So I told my dad, he's gym manager, his name's Don, and he comes in, he spruces the place up, he keeps it watertight, and that includes painting it a lot. And I like a clean gym, so I like a rough and ready gym, but clean at the same time. So he's certainly fulfilling his obligations.
What's it with you and these archway things?
I don't know, they're nice and cheap.
Oh, is that why?
Well, it's West London and it's prime estate, and this is a gym for me, and this is plenty big enough for me. It's got everything I need, and I like this place. It's close to my mum and dad's. You know, they help out with the washing, and like I say, my dad keeps it tidy for me, and we like arches.
It is a very nice gym.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Oh.
I'd like to give a big shout out to Exigo, who my sponsor, and they've kitted out this gym as is. You know, they've just spun with the ring, the frame, the bags, the platform. I mean, that is a serious bit of kit. Like, you can film it later, edit it in, you know, smooth. But
you talking about your logo's embroidered into everything?
It's not embroidered, but not on the oak platform. So that'd be a bit difficult. It's embroidered on the footstools and that, yeah, and the benches.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's nice. It's nice.
Very
nice. A little bit of touch of class.
Very nice. When we last spoke to you at the press conference to announce this fight, you didn't have a broadcast. You have got a broadcast from Sky now, so you must be over the moon to be back on Sky.
Of course, lovely to be back on Sky. Who would have thought it, you know, not being a matchroom fighter was sort of for a real curveball in there. But Eddie's done really well. You know, he's supplying the undercard, so it's good to have Eddie on board. You know, and helping out. But I think it shows, you know, a great commitment from Sky, that they're willing to break their mould for me, which I'm sure I'll be the exception, and I want to be an exception. But they see, you know, my career being, you know, rebuilt correctly with Sauerland. They know that I'm not in it for you know, for an easy ride. Come straight back in with a European title fight, world title eliminator, and then off the back of that, successful in that attack, then we are, you know, scheduled to fight for the world title. Can't look past Saturday, and I refuse to. But from a business point of view, you know, there's potential to fight for a world title in the very near future, and then of course some huge fights after that.
I asked your trainer this earlier on about your mental state going into this fight for two reasons. One, suffering back-to-back losses. The second, the build-up to the two Froch fights were very taxing, regardless of whatever. And you know, the press days and the press conferences, I'm not saying it took a lot out of you, but they were quite, you know, strenuous. This time round, you haven't had that sort of intense build-up and pressure. Has that made a difference to your camp going into this fight?
Yeah, I think you know, you did right. It was a massive build-up for the last two fights. The second fight especially, you need to do that to create the public interest to break records. But it's up to you to take that in your stride, and I did, and I enjoyed every moment of it. But at the same time, you know, speaking with Paddy, speaking with Barry, that it's got to take some energy, whether you enjoy something or not. You know, it takes energy, and I'm sure every Friday night, you know that it takes energy. You wake up Saturday morning, you're knackered. Sunday morning, even worse. So this time around, it's been nice and refreshing that we're in the build up to a fight, and you know, it's much more back to normality. You know, we're in the gym working hard. Obviously, I've got plenty of promotional obligations that we need to do, loads of interviews, loads of, you know, whether it be TV, radio, you know, newspapers. We've done our media lunch, we've done our media workout, we've got a press conference this week, we've got loads of other bits and pieces to do. But, you know, you don't have that spotlight on the fight. You don't have every man on the street that you bump into wanting to talk to you about your fight. they would say, "Oh, good luck, good to see you back," and it's a small chit chat, and you're off again. So it's been nice. It's been really nice.
You've been sparring with Triple G up in Big Bear. The power, is it what everyone says? It is?
Yeah, he can hit hard. Hit hard. We ain't sparred yet, so I don't know if he hits hard than you. But you wouldn't want to give him any free shots. He's for a compact fighter. Yeah, he certainly packs a punch.
So you didn't spar with him?
No. I said I haven't sparred with you.
Oh, with me?
I don't know whether you can hit harder than him or not.
Yeah.
But I did spar with Golovkin. We didn't just go up there and shadow box with each other for a little bit. No, he definitely hit me with a few shots, and I hit him back with a few shots. Great, absolutely priceless bit of sparring at the time. Perfect timing. If there was any doubts about myself, my ability, my temperament, my mind, whatever, to go back in and spar with another world champion, one of the best pound for pound in the world right now, who was a week away from fight fitness, week away from his fight, and spar well. Perfect.
Did you get any feedback from Golovkin himself about how hard you hit?
No.
Well, I just wondered if he said he might have just gone to you,
What did he say?
Like, you hit hard, George, or
Where's he from?
Oh, he's from Kazakhstan, isn't he? But
Oh, right.
do you think it's from France? Was that French?
I don't know. What was it? What do you reckon about? Italian.
Italian. I can't do a Kazakhstan accent.
No, he does a good Cockney accent, actually.
Are you being serious?
Core blimey. Fucking hell. Goes, hit me right in the bread pudding.
Did you make that up? Because it's a great story if you haven't.
No, he does a great Cockney accent. He does any accent, really. I think he flew into Japanese as well. But, don't quote me on it. But he is.
But overall, the experience sparring with someone like that, at that level, of that power especially, would only put you in good stead for whoever you're going to face, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. You look for world-class sparring, and very rarely will it show up. This time it showed up. As I say, he was a week out from his fight. He's in prime condition, and great bit of work for me. We both got good work out of it, and we both talk about coming back and doing it again. Big Bear's a fantastic place to be. Plus, GG is always over in Europe from time to time, boxing Monaco quite a lot. So next time he's over, we'll have a little tap and dance about again.
So do you ever thought there'll be 5 Gs?
Full house. Full house.
5 Gs. As you know, because I just showed you the video from NC Dirrell, who's the current WBC super middleweight champion. Just your thoughts on the video. People haven't seen it. He was basically just saying that. He's quite adamant that you won't get a shot if you beat REBRASSE anyway.
He's a very animated individual right now, and he feels that I unjustly am in line to fight him. We have a letter from the WBC saying that the winner of Return of the Saint, between European title fight between myself and REBRASSE will be a final eliminator for the WBC title, and the winner will become mandatory. So unless he knows something I don't, unless he's got a conflicting letter, or unless he's just talking out of his backside, I'll certainly be in line to have a shot at Anthony in the very near future, providing I win Saturday night.
When this fight was announced, Bika was the then champion. Dirrell is now. The route you chose to go down the WBC, has that had any effect that the belt has changed hands to Dirrell, or would you consider? No,
we'd have to fight either or, and I don't care who's champion. I just want to take the quickest route rather than the easiest route, and the quickest route was certainly WBC right now, because it's where I was ranked best. It's where we was able to make this fight. What's a a perfect fight for me is that it's also a European title fight. REBRASSE is ranked number 3 with WBC, and it's a legitimate fight, and we're back in on the biggest stage once we win this fight. So I wouldn't care less who it was. The fact that it's now Dirrell instead of Beaker, it's actually quite nice, because I think he's much more easily beatable.
Have you got any thoughts on a possible James DeGALE Carl Froch fight next year?
Yeah, I mean, poor James, he's still scratching around for a big fight, who knows, whether he'll be able to tempt Carl Froch into the fight or not, whether they have to do something, because that fight ain't happening anytime soon. Matchroom are, business planning, their route. No doubt they were planning for a big fight with Kelbrook and Khan before Christmas, or whether they both headline on the same show. That's been sidelined.
Well, it's going to be Kell fighting in Sheffield, and it was going to be Khan fighting in America on the same night.
Right, yeah. So anyway, they're building up for that big fight. That's obviously been penciled in for them to meet soon in the new year. That's made room for Froch if he wants to come back, which at the moment he doesn't really seem to be talking about boxing. James is in that horrible situation where he can't really take another fight and risk losing his mandatory position at the same time. You don't really want Froch to vacate, because he'd end up fighting, challenging for it. Even with the military promotional might of Matchroom and Sky, still, he's just not interested enough to be in a big fight as the A side of the card. So his career revolves around either getting a fight against Froch or winning the belt and then trying to get a fight with me. So it's an interesting one.
If DeGALE has a belt though, that would appeal to you, if you've got a WBC title, and if he had a belt.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'd happily fight DeGALE. I think we will fight. We keep winning our paths will cross. It's exciting. There's loads of players in the division, loads of decent fighters, loads of big personalities. So the fights need to be made, and they will be made. Our route, of course, is to win a world title first, though, and that's the goal and that's the aim, and that's what we will.
The final thing, have you got any thoughts on the rumoured split between David Haye and Adam Booth?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't spoke to either one of them recently. I spoke to a mutual friend between myself and David, and currently David's out in Vegas training. I'm not sure if it's with a different boxing coach, but I'd assume by split they mean managerially and promotionally rather than trainer-wise, because David's been training in Vegas and Adam's not in Vegas, so obviously they're not training together. It's a fascinating one. If David wants to go down the WBC route, then he has to go, no doubt, via Al Heyman, who's looking after Deontay Wilder and Stavern, so that makes perfect sense. Whether David has the desire to fight his way into that position or not, we don't know. What will be his route? Only he really knows that. Will he now want to base himself in the States to really drum up a massive heavyweight showdown in the States? Because obviously that's where the real money is, if you can manage to tap into the pay-per-view market out there. At the same time, him and Adam have worked together for a long time, and seeing them split now would be interesting, but I'm sure we'll never know the full picture, because sometimes they know the full picture, I think.
Alright, George, listen, thanks for giving us your time.
No problem at all, and congratulations to Life from London on your recent successes. I can't, you've gone from an internet, sensation to I don't know, TV. What are you now? A TV presenter, I suppose.
Well, we co-present a show on Box Nation weekly.
Who'd you co-present with?
James Helder.
Oh, yeah, but you're the same people, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Not
you got
I
Box
wasn't just congratulating you and not James. I was congratulating.
Okay. Well, I was here, so I didn't know. But you've got Box Nation, haven't you?
Of course I've got Box Nation.
Well, 8 o'clock, just do a series link, so even if you're out training one day, you can come on.
Will it actually come on at 8 o'clock though?
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Well, sometimes the series link stuff and it don't really work with Box Nation. But I love Box Nation. I'm waiting for you to invite me on. I know I'm boxing on Sky, but
after
Sky won't mind.
Yeah, after this fight, we can have a nice sit down with George.
Yeah, why not, eh? I think should bring some jelly babies maybe, and some Diet Coke.
You'll be happy, yeah?
Make the most of it, you know.
Oh.
Are you still you based at where Bunsey is, yeah? So it's only down the road from me. It's only down the road
Listen,
from me.
we can come to wherever you are, it's not a problem.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're mobile.
On mobile.
Mobile.
Alright, listen. Ed's tapping me on the back, it's time to go. So
Yeah?
I'll see you at the press conference on Thursday.
Alright then, cool, we'll do that.
And best of luck on Saturday.
Nice one, appreciate it.
Alright? Cleveland Cashier's Central Gloves. Oh, big up Sports Lobster as well.
It's all lobster. They're great actually. Like if you want sports news, just go dive in straight there, and the predictions are fun. But not because like you get them right or not, because people give you so much stick if you predict something that they don't agree with, especially football. Some passionate football fans out there. But then, you know, not this weekend, but just before the international break, I think I only picked Chelsea to win in the out of the top 7 teams, and it was really pretty much only Chelsea, and I think maybe one other that won. So yeah. Get in there and wind up some fans. Like it's perfect. So Sport Lobster, it's the future.
Definitely. Alright. Thank you very much, George.
Cool.
Okay.